guys, we got a new project. This is a stained glass corner panel. It can hang under a window, maybe even under a door frame. Maybe you've tried stained glass before, you've done the copper foiling method, pretty much most of the projects that we've been doing here on this channel, or you're brand new to stained glass and you want to give this a try. I think this is still going to be a very fun and easy project for you to try to make on your own, since we are using just basic straight cuts and straight lines for this project. There is not a lot of things that we're using for today, but I will list all the tools and materials down below for your reference. Of course, we do have stained glass kits available if you'd like to support at stainedglassdiy.com/shop. Also, as we're getting more into doing some lead work or doing this lead light work, let me know if you'd like lead specific kits and we can make that happen. But let's get to it and let me show you how I put this all together. I started my drawing on actual paper since I'm still figuring out how to quickly use a drawing program like Inkscape or Adobe Illustrator. So we'll stick with paper for now. Plus, I think it's pretty nice to see the drawing come together on paper. The outside triangle measures 12 by 12 inches, and that felt like a good size for my window. Not too large or too small, and seems to be a good size to work with. This simple triangular corner panel design is basically made up of all triangle pieces, which makes for nice and easy cutting. Divide every line in half, and you've got this panel design. I played around with a few designs, but this one just stood out, and I love the symmetry and balance, and the straight lines all come together nicely. I knew I wanted to make it a two-tone color panel, and I went with the bright blue and purple glass. The glass was a little dark on the table, so I couldn't trace the pattern, but it was easy to redraw the measurements again on the glass. For the borders, I used a strip of 9/32 zinc U-came. The glass slips inside the U-channel and the zinc material is more solid and stronger than lead came. If you have a straight border design like this one, go with the zinc came instead of the lead came borders. Now for the interior, instead of going with H lead came to join the glass panels together, which is normally the preferred choice for leaded projects, I actually went with zinc came because I wanted a uniform look overall and wanted all my lines to match. So lead came could work, but I just felt like we could change it up this time and see what happens. Once everything is fitted and held together with nails, we can solder all the joints together. I used 50/50 solder for this instead of the regular 60/40 solder we normally use for our copper foil projects. The 60/40 solder stays liquid for longer and we don't want the solder to run too much, so the 50/50 solder will stay put much better on our joints here. I found that heating the zinc strip a bit before adding flux and solder helps everything flow a little bit better. Zinc will take up some time to heat up, but you won't want to do this with lead came since lead came could melt. After soldering the one side, I sprayed all the solder joints with Quick Clean. You can use any flux cleaner, but Quick Clean seems to be nice and fast and makes for easy cleanup. Just spray and wipe off. To finish off the soldering, we'll flip it over and do the same on the other side. I gave the entire panel a good coat of wax for the finish and completely forgot about the jump rings, so do make sure to add them on as your final soldering step. Jump rings can be pretty tough to solder on, so I clipped them in half to make it easier to stand on the frame. Also, a pair of needle nose pliers will definitely come in handy here. We can buff out the wax and we're pretty much done. So we got the final project with the jump rings on. You can easily just hang that pretty much at any corner of your window. I love the clean lines that you cannot get with the copper foiling, and also just the simplicity of the shapes and the design. I will be listing this up on our site. It will be made to order, so if you guys would like to pick this up, please check the website for that. But I would love to make more of these, and I just had a really good time with it and it was really fun. And of course, if you want to try to make this on your own, we can put together a LED specific kit. If we get a lot of interest, then that is something that we can probably put together. So please let us know down in the comments. That's it guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.